Welcome to the deep dive. We got a whole set of sources from a listener this week, all pointing towards a really big shift happening right now in the corporate world.
Yeah, it's about AI, right? Specifically AI chatbots.
Exactly. How they're being used to basically completely change customer service and sales, too.
And the focus here is insurance, which is interesting.
Right. Insurance. An industry that's, let's be honest, known for being kind of complex. Lots of paper and sometimes those really long waits on hold.
We've all been there.
So if you need to get a quick handle on the real impact, the actual numbers, the metrics driving this, well, that's what we're doing today. Our mission isn't just to, talk about chatbots. It's to show you exactly how these virtual assistants are changing the way you buy insurance. We're talking specific numbers, like that 20% conversion boost or the 15% cost savings. What does that actually mean?
Okay, let's get into it.
Let's unpack this.
So first off, I think we need to be clear. These aren't the clunky automated systems we all used to hate maybe 5 years ago.
Oh, yeah, the press one for sales loops.
Exactly. This isn't just a basic phone tree or some static script. We're talking about AI-driven tools. They're using advanced machine learning, sophisticated natural language processing, NLP.
And that makes a real difference.
A huge difference. The tech isn't just hunting for keywords anymore. It's actually trying to understand your intent. What do you really mean?
Okay.
So the core value, what these sources really highlight, it's this mix of superhuman efficiency combined with a personalized touch.
Something that traditional call centers with human agents just struggle to do at the scale insurance companies need.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It lets insurers shift from just reacting to problems to actually being sort of proactive digital consultants.
Okay, that makes sense. And that brings us to probably the most obvious advantage, right? The one that generates a lot of goodwill.
Round-the-clock support.
Yes. 24/7 availability. We've all had that moment. It's late, something happened, maybe a pipe burst, and you're wondering, is this covered?
At 11 p.m. on a Sunday.
Exactly. And before, you were just stuck. You had to wait until Monday morning, or maybe you got sent to an offshore call center, and they couldn't even pull up your policy details right away.
Yeah, frustrating.
So the sources are pretty clear on this. Because these AI bots can handle tons of questions anytime, 24/7, the wait times just plummet. Instantly.
And it's not just being available, it's also about being competent. When you, the customer, are already stressed or frustrated, the absolute last thing you want is a slow answer, or worse, a wrong one.
Right.
So that 24/7 availability allows for this immediate streamlining of, the core stuff.
Like getting a quote. Or understanding some weird policy jargon.
Exactly. Getting a quote, figuring out specific policy language, maybe even filing a really basic claim notification. The AI automates these critical, often time-sucking interactions.
So if I can instantly get an accurate quote or have some complicated term explained simply, like in bullet points.
You've just massively shortened that whole onboarding time. It's faster, it's cleaner.
And that speed, it's not just convenient. The sources seem to say it actually builds trust.
It does. If that first interaction is quick and accurate, you, the user, you start to assume the whole company works that way, with that same level of efficiency.
Okay. Competence breeds confidence.
You got it. And that fosters engagement, which is what you need, really, to get to the really interesting part, boosting sales conversions.
Right. Okay. Here's where it gets, for me anyway, really fascinating. We're moving past just basic service into personalization. But personalization for profit, driven by data analysis.
This is where the money is.
Because when I talk to a human agent, okay, they might know my name, maybe my current policy. But an AI chatbot, it's not just taking messages, is it?
No, it's like a dedicated data engine. It's analyzing every single thing you type in real time.
My whole digital footprint, like what I clicked on before on their site.
Yeah, your browsing history there, the policies you looked at, how often you've asked questions before, maybe even what products people similar to you demographically have bought.
Wow.
So the AI uses predictive modeling. It tries to figure out what you'll probably need next, sometimes even before you explicitly ask for it.
Give me an example.
Okay, say you're asking really detailed questions about liability insurance because you just bought a second home. The bot doesn't just give generic answers about property coverage. It might immediately suggest, say, customized umbrella insurance plans that fit that specific scenario.
Okay, that's smart. And the source mentioned a specific number here, a 20% boost. It claims this kind of analysis and recommendation approach can boost conversion rates by up to 20%. That sounds huge.
It is a huge lift, yeah.
Did they say how they verified that? Is it mainly just pushing extra products, cross-selling?
It's verified. They use A/B testing, comparing it directly against channels with only humans, or the older automated systems, and it comes down to two main things: relevance and timing.
Timing.
Yeah, the AI offers the right product suggestion at the precise moment you're showing you might be ready to buy or upgrade. Humans,
Oh,
even good salespeople, can sometimes miss that split-second window.
okay. Makes sense.
And yes, cross-selling is definitely a big part of it. That 20% boost often comes from the AI effectively saying, hey, you just got auto insurance. People like you often add renter's insurance for about this much. Want to see?
So it shifts the whole interaction. It's not just passive Q&A anymore.
Exactly. It becomes a proactive consultation. The chatbot isn't just waiting for you to figure out the perfect question. It's designed to guide you through the buying process, anticipate your questions, handle objections right away.
And that ties into another big number, right? The second metric.
It does. Beyond just converting leads better, we're seeing an increase in the overall volume of sales.
Okay.
Insurers, using these specific AI chatbots, they're reporting, on average, a 25% increase in total policy sales.
25%. That's not just moving customers around. That's real growth.
It's real growth, and it seems to be driven by customers who really value getting instant, accurate, and relevant answers. When you're shopping for something complex like insurance, getting speed and accuracy reduces that feeling of risk, right?
Yeah. You feel more comfortable clicking buy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Makes you more comfortable hitting that button.
But it's not just speed and personalization, is it? To really get loyalty, you still need some kind of human touch, or at least something that feels like it.
Yeah, that's crucial. The sources highlight two features that really help here, making the communication feel clearer and more empathetic.
Okay, what are they?
First is multilingual support. Pretty straightforward, but critical for reaching diverse markets and making sure everyone understands, regardless of their native language.
Makes sense. And the second?
The second one is really interesting, I thought. It's sentiment analysis. This is kind of the next level of NLP.
Sentiment analysis, so reading emotions.
Basically, yeah. The AI doesn't just process the words you type, it analyzes the emotional tone behind them.
How does that work?
Well, if you start writing in all caps, or use frustrated words like, I'm still waiting for a straight answer, the bot picks up on that rising irritation. And then it can actually adjust its response strategy. Maybe it switches to more empathetic language. Maybe it flags the issue as more urgent. Or, and the really advanced ones do this, it might offer to smoothly transfer you to a human agent.
Ah, so instead of just rigidly sticking to one script, it detects you're getting angry and shifts to, like, a de-escalation script.
Pretty much, yeah. Script B, that helps foster loyalty because you, the customer, feel heard and understood, even though you know you're interacting with code.
Right, you feel like your frustration is being acknowledged.
Exactly. That personalized, empathetic response, even simulated empathy, is what can turn a one-off sale into a long-term customer relationship.
Okay, so those numbers, the 20% conversion bump, the 25% sales increase, they look great for revenue for the top line, but usually delivering that kind of super personalized 247 service sounds expensive. How are insurers managing the costs of implementing all this tech?
Yeah, that's the key operational point, isn't it?
Yeah.
This isn't just about being nice to customers, it's fundamentally about the bottom line.
Yeah.
The real trick is how effectively the AI handles the sheer volume of routine, simple questions. 80% of inquiries that are pretty common and repetitive.
Like, when is my bill due? Or what does this deductible mean?
Exactly those. By deflecting that huge volume away from human staff, companies save a ton on labor costs. The tech lets them scale up their support capacity massively, exponentially even, without needing to hire and train thousands of new people.
So the human agents aren't replaced necessarily, but their role changes.
It shifts, yeah. They become the experts handling the really complex cases, the unique situations, or the highly emotional escalations.
While the AI handles the standard stuff.
Precisely. It's a dual approach. You maximize the efficiency of your most expensive resource, your human team, by letting them focus on where they add the most value.
And this actually saves money.
Oh, yeah. This operational efficiency leads us to our third big metric. Some companies are reporting they expect a 15% reduction in operational expenses, specifically projected for 2025, thanks to this automation and efficiency.
15% lower operating costs, while potentially handling more customer interactions.
That's the power of it. Doing more service, faster, with ultimately fewer resources allocated to those routine tasks, that is a massive competitive advantage.
So, putting it all together,
Hmm.
what does this really mean for the insurance market? If you can boost sales by 25% through personalization and cut your operating costs by 15%, that sounds like it fundamentally changes the game.
It absolutely reshapes the competitive landscape. Our sources are really clear. This isn't just an IT upgrade. It's a strategic repositioning.
How so?
The insurance companies jumping on these AI tools early. They're setting themselves up as market leaders. They're signaling they're focused on customer-centric innovation. They're setting a new, much higher bar for speed, for relevance, for efficiency.
And the competitors stuck with older systems, the traditional call centers.
They're going to find it incredibly difficult to keep up. They'll be slower, likely more expensive to operate, and potentially less effective at converting leads or keeping customers happy.
Okay, so looking forward then, this tech isn't going to stand still, right? The sources mentioned what might be coming next.
Yeah, briefly. The trend seemed to be towards deeper integration and more ways to interact.
Like what?
Well, full voice capability seemed to be a clear next step, moving beyond just typing in a chat box to having seamless voice conversations, kind of like the advanced personal assistants we use now, but trained specifically on complex insurance details.
So I could just talk to the AI about my policy.
Potentially, yes. And combine that with even more advanced search features. Imagine the AI instantly cross-referencing your policy documents, maybe external data sources too, to give you really deep insights.
Deeper insights, like what?
Maybe things like forecasting potential claim scenarios based on your profile, or complex risk modeling explained simply. Moving beyond just simple transactions into providing genuine, valuable advice, that makes the whole customer experience stickier, more valuable.
It really is powerful when you line up those three big metrics we hit on today. That potential 20% conversion boost from perfect timing and personalization.
Right. Then the 25% jump in total policy sales because customers value that instant accuracy.
And underpinning it all, that 15% cut in operational costs through smart automation and scaling.
So the core lesson here, I think for you, the learner, is that AI success, especially in complex fields like insurance, isn't just about automation for automation's sake or just replacing people.
It's more strategic than that.
Much more. It's about cleverly converting all that granular customer data into highly personalized instant value. Value that customers clearly recognize, appreciate, and ultimately are willing to pay for. It basically turns customer service from just a cost center into a powerful engine for profit.
Makes sense.
But that does lead to a final, maybe provocative thought. Since these personalized recommendations are proving so effective at boosting conversions, driven by detailed individual data, we really have to ask, how is this increasing reliance on analyzing your specific data going to change how we even define privacy or personalized risk assessment within the insurance industry itself?
That's a big question.
It is. And that's probably the frontier we all need to be watching very closely next.